Good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome to another Lars Lab. So, bit of humble pie for me because I forgot several lows Lars has. I mean, you'd almost think I'm not a Lars main or something. But thanks to the YouTube chat, thanks to the YouTube channel comment, people told me about all the lows I missed. So, oops, sorry about that. That's entirely my fault. So, as usual, starting off the stream with a nice, gentle, relaxing, never ending. That is the Tekken 6 continue music. So, you know, Tekken 6 fans will know that very well. So yeah, this is going to be part 2 of my low series. We're going to be going over Lars's lows. Let's get the stream capture up and running. Hopefully everything looks good. So yeah, that is the calm, relaxing, never ending from Tekken 6. Let's pause that. Alrighty then. So, Going Low number 2. So part 1 covered his, his basic lows as we know them. I'd still go as far to say these are the lows you see most of the time when people play Lars. You'd probably see these lows most of the time, but the rest of the lows are still relevant. Now I'm just sort of quickly skimming through his his move list to see if I'm missing anything. Alright, so anyway, let's get this show on the road. So I'll start off with the one that look, I'm going to be honest with you, stream chat and YouTube viewers. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't particularly love this move, like at all. If you watched any of my matches, either online or offline, you'll almost never see me using it. Why? I'm not kidding when I say this. Every time I use it, I could be playing a set with someone for 30 minutes to an hour, and I never use it. And the one time I use it, they block it and punish me. Weirdly, regardless of skill level, weirdly, regardless of how well they know Lars, they happen to block that move and punish me. And online, when I use it, people just block it. Maybe they don't punish it, but they still block it, so I never like using it. Anyway, enough addendums. It's this. Down 1+2. So I don't love this move. Ooh, let me get some game sound in there. I don't love this move, personally. But it's not about me. I want to teach y'all. So down 1+2... it's a bit of an interesting one, right? The damage is solid, 25, right? 25 damage low. It is very slow. Oh, I forgot I'm resetting at the wall. It is quite slow, but you'll notice he stays in crouching afterwards, right? So it's a little bit slow compared to his other lows, but it does have 25 damage, so it does hurt if your opponent isn't looking for it. It's the kind of thing you can kind of sneak in there after a while. If you have certain habits, if you've been setting up certain things, you can sneak in the down 1+2. Now, some people get a bit confused because if you see down 2, he's sort of going into a crouching stance, and he hits you with his elbow, and that's a mid. Whereas he's going into a crouching stance, but he uses both his hands and he goes for a low. So you could, to the lesser skilled, lesser keen player, you could sort of frighten them with the mix-up where it's like you do down 1+2 and down 2 to sort of confuse them. Which one am I going to do? Down 1+2 is much slower than down 2 for sure. And obviously down 2 is the mid. So for the most part you have to just stand up. This move is very launch punishable, that's the thing. And the fact that it knocks down like that is not the best thing application-wise. That said, in the corner, we all love corner. Lars loves the corner. It does hurt because then you can set up things like that. You can do a while standing 2 down to back off, to back out of the corner, and set up your Oki, right? So if they press a button, you can come back in with Den 2, right? Or you can come back in with, oops, I'm not even doing the thing. Yeah, Den 1, 2, if they press a button or if they walk forward. So at the corner, there are some uses for it, but really it's the kind of thing you could just throw up. But due to how slow it is, and how launch punishable it is, I don't advise just using it willy-nilly. It is more of a feeling thing. If you feel, at this moment in time, I want to do this move, sure, go ahead. I think that's probably the time to do it. But for the most part, I would use it sparingly, / use it in situations where your opponent doesn't sort of know the visual difference between a down 2 and a down 1+2. That, in my opinion anyway, is probably the more viable situation to use it in. That said, there are certain circumstances where you might be able to abuse it if your opponent isn't aware of how to deal with it. So I'm not sure if the computer will tech certain things. Actually, let me see. So I'm just gonna knock him down. I wanna knock him down face down. Probably shouldn't be doing forward back with 2-1. Okay, there we go. So when your opponent's face down like that, usually it takes them a while to recover because they'll have to either roll to the side or move backwards. So if you do an ender that leaves them face down, it's usually a send down forward 1. So yeah, send down forward 1, as in silent entry down forward 1. If you do an ender like that, you can do something along the lines of this. That's not guaranteed at all. 20 damage, that's really good, but that isn't guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination. That's a setup for if they stay on the ground. If they don't get up, if they don't move, if they don't realize that they can move, because that kind of knockdown is similar to other characters, then yeah, you can use down 1+2. I wouldn't advise it because it's not guaranteed, but your opponent doesn't need to know that. So consider the following scenario. You can do a combo like, let me do a basic up 4-3 combo. So you can do an up 4-3 combo, right? End with that, and then end with down 1+2. Do you see what I mean? So in a situation like that, that's kind of like a cheeky little grounded reset. It's not a real thing, but it is a kind of thing you can mix in there. Another situation where down 1+2 is actually applicable, kind of, is actually after sidestep 2. So sidestep 2, you actually want to do down 3+4. That is the guaranteed follow-up. See how it says combo. But one thing a lot of people do is they actually do that, because the knockdown from sidestep 2 is fairly long, and for the most part, unless your opponent like mashes get up super quickly, they will get hit most of the time. So if you do down 3+4, oops, that is not it. It should either combo or hit them as they're trying to get up. So similarly, you can actually just do down 1+2 instead. Now you'll notice something. Down 1+2 normally, down 3+4 does 20 on the ground, on grounded hit, right? It actually used to be less. I believe in Season 1, it was actually less damage. I think it was like 18 or less. And in Season 2, they made it 20. I think to mitigate this this scenario right here where people used to do sidestep 2 down 1+2, which very risky and not a real follow-up. So you could, if you really wanted to, do that because it gives you a while standing opportunity. You can do while standing into whatever, right? Keep in mind that off of sidestep 2 down 3+4, that is the follow-up you want. That said, let's examine down 3+4. So down 3+4 is a very situational move. It's the move you do off of sidestep 2 all the time. Every time you do sidestep 2, you do that. Now, the good thing about it, and I'm going to make Akuma not follow me, when you do down 3+4, he's actually, and most people don't know this until they experience it like a billion times, and even then they don't remember, that's not like just a normal animation. If you do down 3+4 and hold it, he's actually in a stance. He lets it go after a few seconds, but that's actually a stance. And the stance he's in is actually silent entry. So when you do down 3+4 and you hold it, he's actually in silent entry stance. If you do nothing, he'll just let it go eventually. Or if you let it go yourself, he'll go back to neutral, right? But he's in silent entry stance, so what that means is whatever they press, you have an option to follow up. So the down 3+4 on its own isn't really something you can do all the time. The opponent has to be grounded. The opponent actually has to be on the floor, right? So, for example, if they're down, right, that's how you know you can do down 3+4, but that's only if they're completely grounded. So down 3+4 on its own is useful for the situations and times where, when people just stay on the ground for no reason, like they don't want to get up. Well, if they don't want to get up, just do that. Avoid that. Listen to me. Hold up, this is important. Listen to me. Avoid the situation where you want to do this, where you want to do starting. Hey, professional. You want to do this, right? Avoid that. I've seen so many Lars, and I used to do it. Guilty as charged. I've seen so many Lars do this. Right? No, don't do that. Do this. Always do that. Trust me. You might think, oh, well, it covers rolls. Listen. Down 3+4 has a pretty big hitbox as long as they're grounded. Look at that. So you don't need to do that. Don't do that. Always do the stomp. It's more damage, and it gives you a stance. Anyway, let's continue. Just wanted to get out of the way. Didn't mean to preach, didn't mean to give you the finger wag, but it's important, trust me. Avoid the habit of doing that grounded, because that's launch punishable. Do not be doing down back 4 as a grounded attack. That's not what you want to do. You want to do down 3+4. Trust me. So okay, oh, so Citoxe in the chat says, rather than saying the silent entry stance, I'd clarify that you have access to it, similar to down back 2. And I'd never do that down back 4 there. Listen, you'd be surprised the amount of time people who do down back 4 when people are grounded. Trust me, the amount of people that do down back 4 when opponent's grounded is pretty funny. To be fair, it is kind of a mix-up, because if they're grounded, you do down back 4. If they get up and they're pressing a button, you get a counter hit launcher. So, I guess. But, yeah, as Citoxe pointed in the chat, yes, when you do down 3+4, he is in a, well, he's not in silent entry. Silent entry is that. But he is in a situation where you can set up silent entry, yeah, similar to down back 2 or to back 3, where it transitions to silent entry. So from down 3+4, you get all of his silent entry mix-ups, his send mix-ups. So there's a silent entry 1, silent entry down forward 1, silent entry 3, and of course the brand new silent entry 4. Now, if you watched my Season 3 video, you saw that I did something like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set him to wake up mid-kick. So this scenario is something where send 4 low-key best move, no joke. Listen, send 4 is tight. It's not that amazing in terms of like something you could just abuse, but it's a really cool move. I do actually really like it. And here's like a scenario, a test scenario where you can use a send 4. So if your opponent has a habit of pressing a button getting up constantly and you can read it, you can set them up. And as long as you're sort of sure in yourself what that move is, you can do something like this. So you knock him down 3+4, right? And that's like a punish, right? It didn't absorb at that time. I actually tried absorbing at the combo. There you go. So like that. So in a situation like that, you can use send 4 to set someone up if they try to press a button getting up. Remember, Lars's greatest strength is punishment game, with punishing, block punishing. If you suspect your opponent is up to something or you know what they're doing, always utilize the best tools to make it hurt. So in a situation like that, that's a setup you can use. Similarly, you can use his other send options. It may have similar... Oops, that didn't work there. So it may have similar properties. Unfortunately, it depends on what their wake-up kick is. Now, I'm not sure if send 3 beats low kick. I feel like it does. Let's find out. So I think send 3... I'm trying to get the combo. Yeah, it does. So you can do silent entry 3 to beat low get-up kick, especially if it's a really slow one from face down. Yeah, exactly. So that's a situation where send 3 is really good. If someone does low get-up kick a lot, then do send 3 instead, because that's his stance hop kick. And then do your favorite combo afterwards, whatever the chance might be. Doesn't beat if you delay it too much. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you delay send 3 too much, you will get hit by the low. But if you time it perfectly, like so, you will get the not like that. There we go. That's the situation where you get hit. But if you delay it too much, you'll get hit. But if you time it as they're doing it, you will knock them out of it and get a counter hit combo and do a million damage to them because it's Season 3. So that's the situation you want to be looking for. So down 3+4, I would say, is something like that. There are more gimmicky uses of down 3+4, which I hesitate to talk about because I don't know if it's not really tech in the truest sense, but if I can do a combo, it might give you an idea. Let me do off forward 3 again, just so I don't have to think too much about it. So you can do like a knockdown in the corner and your opponent stays down. Yeah, you can get a stomp like that. So that is if you want to substitute a typical wall combo with a face down ender. Let's say, for example, you're not too confident with the send 3 enders for the wall spot. You can go for the send down forward 1 ender for the knockdown and stomp on them if they stay down. It's not a real mix-up, not really. They can just stand up and they'll block it and they can probably launch you if they have a 14 frame launcher, because down 3+4 is actually minus 14. So, and it's minus a billion if you hold the stance, which a lot of Lars want to do. So sometimes you might just hold the stance for no reason and people will just launch us because we're still holding it. But that's an option as well, to knock them down and then use the stomp to hit them if they stay down. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes people don't know about it and they stand up and they still get hit because you've already input the down 3+4 and they're standing up. And even though they're standing up, they're not blocking low, so they'll just eat it because it's a low. It's still a low, even though it's a grounded hit. So that's down 3+4. It's a really cool move. I mean, everyone loves the, the little stance he does and the things you can set up afterwards. Now I'm trying to think of a situation where it's useful at the wall. Now, useful at the wall, you want to switch it up. It depends, obviously, on what you want to do, right? So there we go. So at the wall, you want send 1 because you want the wall bounce, right? It depends on what you want. If your opponent does a lot of lows, you do send 3, get the launcher. If your opponent does a lot of mids, you do send 4, get the power crush. If your opponent does a lot of buttons at the wall, you get send 1 for the wall bounce and so on. So basically, replace the option with what you need. And similarly, you can use another one, which we all know and love, and that is, of course, send 2. Now, send 2 is a very good move. Let me read the chat real quick. Citoxe says, the biggest brain strat is mixing up forward 3+4 for the wall after send down forward 1 enter. Yeah, listen, I'll get to up forward 3+4 in a little bit. Like, it's pretty big brain stuff for sure. And thanks for mentioning that. Hopefully I'll remember it for later. I think I did in the previous live stream. Anyway, so send 2. This move, it's a whole lot of something. Now, send 2 is a great move because it's his low mix-up from silent entry stance. 20 damage. He goes really low, like ducks under highs and sometimes mids. Not even gonna lie, and it's actually not launch punishable. It's not launch punishable at all. I'm fairly certain it's only like -13, right? So it is pretty slow. It used to be much slower. It used to be like everyone could react to it. Now it's a fairly quick mix-up, and especially because, look, that's much harder to react to. So when you see him go into silent entry, you don't know if it's going to be that, you don't know if it's going to be that, or you don't know if it's going to be that. So that's why the mix-up is really viable now, and that's why off of down 3+4, going for, oh, I still have him on wake up low kick. I don't want that at all. That's why going for it after a down 3+4 is very good, because you can mix people up standing up. It's -13 exactly, yeah. So send 2 is -13. So no twin pistons, thank goodness for that. And send 2, the best situations to use it are, like I said, after a down 3+4, or you can use it after something like a forward 1+2. Sorry, not forward 1+2, forward 1-2, forward 1-2 forward, to just sort of do it raw. You just want to mix up your game between, am I going to use all of my options from silent entry, including, of course, power crush high. Now, as the thing is, send 2 counter hit is devastating. It was pretty devastating in season 1. It's so much more devastating in season 3. Well, season 1 and 2, I should say. Twin Pistons is 13? Well, poo. I thought Twin Pistons was 14. Never mind. Twin Pistons is 13. Hey, forget I said anything. I thought, well, I guess Twin Pistons can get it then. Which is funny, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone punish it with Twin Pistons. Probably because they don't know. Anyway, so check out. Now, I'm going to do the highest damage, and I know Citoxe is going to be like, ah, it's not the real high damage, whatever. Listen, I'm going to do the highest damage that I'm aware of with Send 2. So, Send 2 counter hit is a bit like down back 4 counter hit, so check this out. So, full crouch down forward 2, and so on and so forth. Freaking ow. Freaking ow, dude. 72 damage? Ow. In season 1 and 2, I think the best damage you could get was like 66? Yeah, 66, 68 if you were like big brain, but yeah, 72 damage. Send down, what's his name? Send 2 counter hit. That's painful. And great wall carry too, as with all of Lars' moves, of course. So the counter hit is very, very painful. Now keep in mind that the true utility of Send 2 isn't just its counter hit properties or the fact that he ducks under strings or whatever. The true utility of it is that it leaves him in crouching, and you are plus. So what that means is you can do whatever while standing mix-up you want. You can just end it while standing 4, put you back to neutral. You can do while standing 3, which nobody uses, but you can use that. It's too long startup to do it, but or you can do while standing 2. You can do while standing 2-1 to just hit them. Or you could do while standing 2 down. Now, tell me if you've seen this before. I'm sure you've seen this before. Tell me you've seen this before. Look familiar? Now this is the season 2 nonsense that us Lars players, we rode this all the way to the bank. Now that nonsense you've just seen, that's not a real infinite. Some people like to joke it's an infinite. Obviously it's not infinite. But that BS right there is something that is only possible because while standing 2 down in season 1 only used to put you into a transition where you can get dynamic entry follow-ups. But in season 2 they added it so you can press forward out of any dynamic entry transition to go into silent entry. So that is supposed to work for, of course, just forward 3. So forward 3, dynamic entry, forward 3 forward, silent entry, right? Forward 3 forward, silent entry 2. What that means, you can do down forward, what's the name? While standing 2 down, which puts him in a dynamic entry stance, and then you can do while standing 2 down into forward and get send. So you can do something like this. Send 2. Send 2. Send 3. Do you see what I mean? So you can do that nonsense. So the strength of... What's his name? The strength of send 2 isn't just the fact that you can do that nonsense. It's also the fact that you can actually just keep doing it and then mix in whatever. Right? And if your opponent likes to mash, well, you got that for them. You got a new Power Crush launcher for them. So, or if they try a low against you, you can do that instead. You see what I mean? So the low covers... Sorry, send 3 covers if your opponent does lows. Send 4 covers if your opponent does mids or highs. So you've got all your bases covered, basically. That's what makes it really good. So send 2 is really powerful in that sense. It's relatively safe. It's a good mix-up for the rest of his tools. And it has a built-in while standing mix-up. So send 2 is a very powerful move indeed. You just have to know when to set up and use it. It's not the kind of thing you can easily abuse. You really do have to set it up properly. Alright, so the next low that I forgot to cover in my previous video is this one. So what is there to say about forward 3 plus 4? This is a bit of a strange move, double time. Now this move is a slide. It's a slide in the sense that he does a sliding animation. It's not like your typical slides in the sense that it's like a crouching move, you do it from crouching and there's a while standing mix-up in there. It's not. It's actually just a dashing move, right? Now, what's weird about this move... Well, not weird. The thing about this move is it's heavily launch punishable, like all of his lows, obviously. Now, the way I personally use it, or I like to use it, is it's kind of like a quick little get-in move. You're not at advantage. Far from it at all. Let's turn on our rudimentary... recovery animation up until we get our frame data DLC. Before we get our frame data DLC, let me turn on our recovery thing. Look at that. Look how long he remains blue for. It's you basically have 0 advantage after using it. It's not the kind of thing you use for advantage at all. It really is kind of like a quick little get-in move. I mean, look at that. 26 damage. It's a nice little surprise low, right? 26 damage. And the fact it's off of dash means that, like a lot of his other moves, it's a mix-up, right? So off of forward, you get forward 3, you get forward 1 plus 2, which is a knockdown / counter hit move. You get forward 2, right, which is a launcher. Forward 4 3, which is a low we covered in the previous video, and forward 3 plus 4, which is a double low that is, of course, launch punishable. Now, I want to be sure that I'm covering my bases. So, if you'll notice, standing guard is on. Now, let me set it to guard all, just to demonstrate something. So, notice, do you see that? 1-4 Legionnaire spin, which I covered last week. 1-4, that's not a natural combo. That can be blocked after the first hit. But, 4-4-3 plus 4 can't. A lot of sort of double lows in this game, you can either parry the second low or block it and launch. This isn't. That's a natural combo. You're starting to see Lars' strength. Lars has a lot of kind of middle to high risk stuff, but if you commit, they're natural combos. That's a natural combo. That's a natural combo. That's a natural combo. You're kind of getting the idea. He has a lot of stuff that's risky, but does a decent amount of damage and is a natural hit. So if you commit to it, you're getting what you put out. Do you see what I'm saying? You get back what you put in. So That's a decent place to use it. Another place to use it is if your opponent stays down. So as I've been showing you with the combos to begin with, if your opponent stays down, you can kind of sneak it in there, right? So in a situation like that, if your opponent stays down after your combo, you can use a forward 3+4 to kind of dash in there. You don't really get anything off of it, and the thing is, there's no like follow-up. He's standing, he's not crouching. You don't get a stance or anything. So there's no magical Lars thing going on with forward 3+4. It really is kind of like a nice little surprise low. Gets you right in their face. Can be used to close rounds, for example. I mean, let's just say your opponent's very used to the typical Lars round enders, so which is down back 4, obviously. That's like the typical round ender for Lars. They're probably used to, especially if you really would have put the fear in them, a forward 4-3, right? And a lot of them are used to down forward 1s, or that's not running 3. They're also used to a running 3. If they're used to all of those things and they're afraid of that, right? They're afraid of all these things, right? You can do that because they're not going to expect that. That's a move that you don't see too often, and a lot of people just aren't ready to react to it. So I would use it as a nice little surprise. It's really a bit of a strange move, right? And also he kind of does go low, so you will sometimes slide right underneath people's moves. So that is a situation you want to use that. Now on to the the good stuff. Here's another one for you. What if I told you Lars has a demon flip? Like Akuma. Ironically, I know. You're probably rolling your eyes off the planet like me too, but unlike his, it's a little bit weird, and a little more anime too. His demon flip is actually up forward 3+4. That's not up forward 3+4. That's up forward 3+4. So up forward 3+4, he has a little flip. Now, this move on its own, it doesn't really have any direct benefits other than looking kind of cool. He just literally just jumps out. And a quick little application. This is more of a personal thing. This isn't like part of the lows or whatever. But you ever been at the wall and I'm trying to get him to approach me? There we go. You ever been at the wall and your opponent trying to pressure you? You can just do that. You're out. If your opponent's just waiting and they're not pressing a button, just up 4-3, right up out of there. They're like, what? Trust me, very useful. But up 4-3+4, yeah, it's a flip, but he does have follow-ups. Specifically, and if any of the people who play me in casuals see this, they're gonna laugh. Including, and I'm gonna have to make him stand back a bit because I might miss, including this. He's got a low. Yes, that my friend is a jumping low. He's got a empty jump low. That's pretty anime. So, off of up forward 3+4, if you press 1, he goes for a low. Which is pretty ridiculous. And it's 20 damage. Now, this move, the amount of people who get caught by it is hilarious. Because first of all, nobody's seen this move in their life, right? They've probably fought a billion Lars online and nobody's seen this move once. And they've definitely not seen this move. They've definitely not... I didn't press it. There we go. They've definitely not seen that move either. So, when people get hit by that, it's pretty funny. It's pretty hilarious, I must say. And as far as lows go, it's unremarkable in the sense that it does 20 damage. Oh, also, it leaves him crouching, so, you know. Hilarity ensues. Except it's not plus, like, at all. People block up 4-3-4-1. Well, it's funny you say that people block it. People block it against me because they've come to expect it, but there be mix-ups there. Check this out. If you do up 4-3+4 on its own, he's actually crouching. You know what that means. Ta-da! So if you delay the 1, if you do the 1 in the air, you get the 1 low. If you delay the 1 and your opponent's crouching, kind of on reaction, you could just hit them with a launcher, right? I don't think you have enough time to do it to prevent someone from mashing. I mean, if they're just kind of standing there as you're doing that, they're kind of asking for it, right? Exactly. So it's like you do that. You can either do the low, or you can go for a while standing mix up because he's in crouching, right? So that's the thing. Similarly, the reason, and also I feel like I should get this out of the way. I haven't done it yet. If you hold up forward 3+4, he gets this. A throw. A 40 damage throw. Unfortunately, and I'm... Look, breaking the code of the Masked Magician here. You can break it. Yes, yes, everyone. It's breakable. It's 1+2. It's not like Akuma, where you can't break it. It's a 1+2 break. Unfortunately. I hate to admit it. So... The reason why this move's a bit funky is that if you do it next to them and you hold it, it's actually a throw. That's why some people who are, you know, what's his name, they're afraid of it. That's why they won't know this is coming. They'll just sort of back up. Holding down also escapes it. Thank you, Tyler2K. They're correct. Holding down also escapes it. So you can actually mash down and mash 1+2 and get out of it. So, you know. But if your opponent doesn't know, it's another good round ender. So the funny thing about his lows is his lows are some of the most jank round enders. You know, you can do forward, 3, forward, 3+4, or up forward 3+4. Like, these are a lot of, like, really silly, wacky round enders he has, where in the middle of the clutch, you're going crazy, everyone's doing footsies, and you just run up to them and do that. Listen, nobody's going to expect this. Nobody's going to expect run up just 3+4. I don't know why it's missing. I think it's because Akuma's head's a bit small. So I have to do it from there. There we go, yeah. So nobody's going to expect run up to them, up forward 3+4. You can do, Tyler2K in the chat says, you can do charged up forward 3+4 to their back and it does more damage. Oh yeah? What do you mean? Charged? Explain. Oh, 50, yes. Because from the back, because it's grabbing them from the back, it does 50. I saw a disturbing interaction once where I grabbed them backwards. As in, I can't, how do I even explain it, how I did it? It's one of those things that happens in casuals that nobody can believe, but man, I grabbed them backwards, as in I flipped over them, but I flipped behind them. He grabbed them backwards and put them forwards. It was messed up. It was crazy. Yeah, Citoxe said he's seen it. I think you've probably seen it before. So, what? That was it. Hold on. Wait. 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 I think I just did it. I just talked. I think that was it. Hold up. That didn't look right. Let's try that again. Hold up. What? Do you see what I mean? He's grabbing him back. Whoa. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. And that's a little bit annoying too, because that's actually less damage. You kind of want to get the back throw damage, which is 50, but man, that is Looney Tunes. This character is a trip. This character is... Oh man, this character is a whole lot of something. So yeah, he grabs him backwards. Isn't that funny? So... Dude, what? Why isn't he throwing them forwards? He's not... So it's like he's jumping forward, but instead of throwing them forwards, he's throwing them backwards. That is funny. That's hilarious. Anyway, thanks Tyler2K for the tip. Yeah, of course you can do it in their back for more damage, or do it in their back and he throws in the other direction. So anyway, the point is, off forward 3+4, you can do the 1, which is the low. Now, y'all want to see some Looney Tunes? It's Looney Tunes hour. Hold up. Y'all want to see some Looney Tunes? Check this out. Now, in certain situations, if you do so in the corner, if you just happen to block alone, you do a while standing 1, right? For the most part, if you do it from like a certain distance, and you do standing 4, you just knock him to the wall, right? And you get a typical combo, right? Is he standing approaching? And you just get like your typical combo, right? Right, down forward 1, down back 2-1, etc. We've seen it a billion times, right? But from certain angles, this happens. Let me see if I can recreate this. No, oh, he almost did it. He almost did it. Hold on. Wait till you see this. Look, dude, just look at that. What? Can you believe? Can your brain process what you just saw just there? Look, let me show you that again. So from certain angles, what is he doing? This character is a trip. Like, can you? Oh man! Oh, thanks. He clipped it. Thanks. Citoxe in the chat clipped it. But from certain angles, instead of putting them in the corner for a combo, right? Because that's what you want. You want a combo. He does some next level Matrix turnaround. Like, look at this. Look at that. It doesn't... Can your brain even process what you're seeing right there? He does a freaking full 180 turnaround kick and it screws them. And you still get a combo. And the first time I saw that, I was dying. I was like, I can't believe that. So yeah, that's still a combo. But oh boy, it's the kind of thing that is only possible. Hold up, let's see if we can. I think he clipped it. So Citoxe clipped it. Let me put it up real quick. Let me turn it down so I don't blow the speakers. But boy, that turnaround throw is. It's okay. Yeah, let me put it on the stream real quick. That was something else. Let's see, window capture. Create new. I really should have window capture for situations like this. Oh, not window capture. Whoops. Yo, darkness mode activated. Display capture. That's what we want. So display capture so we can see this real quick. Alright. So yeah, check this out. So I mean, obviously we just saw it, but just for posterity, there's the clip. You've probably seen it before. So what? That was it. That said he's seen it. Citoxe, I love the comedic timing, bro. I actually love the comedic timing of how I managed to pull that off. That was pretty good. Cause it's funny, cause I really was just talking just smack about like, oh, there's this stupid back turn throw weird thing that you can do. I actually didn't think I was gonna pull it off, cause it happened once in like casuals. I'm like, oh my god, like I couldn't believe it. So Citoxe in the chat said, it's like when you do down 4-2-1 sometimes, and he just hits the down 4-2 even though it whiffed, and then turns around and screws the opponent. Yeah, so down 4-2-1 does have a kind of weird tracking to it like that. How do I set that one up even? What? Did I just... Oh. Why can't I reset the thing? What's going on? Oh, reset settings not set, no wonder. Yeah, so down 4-2-1, I think if you're like back turned, if Lars is back turned, he like turns around. So let me put Lars backwards. Nope, that wasn't it. It's hard to set this one up, actually. I'm not entirely sure how to set this one up in a way that makes sense, because unfortunately... But basically, if you do a down 4-2-1, sometimes Lars does like a full 180 turn, and it hits you with a down 4-1, and it hits you. So that's another thing I've seen before, which is entirely weird. Lars's back turn is fairly unremarkable. It's not really something to talk about. But anyway, I hope that's covered all of his lows. So to recap, down 1+2, knockdown puts you in crouch. Send 2, counter his setup, and while standing mix up / infinite. Not really, but that's one of those things. And forward 4-3+4, nice little get in move. Down 4-3+4, it's a stomp follow up for low grounded opponents, can be used at the corner if they stay down. And up 4-3-1, by far the most... Why did my Alexa activate when I said that? Weird. Up 4-3+4, 1 to get the cheesy little round ender, which is fairly hilarious. Now, I think this may have been in the previous Lars Lab livestream. Wait, Citoxe, can you, in the chat, if you're still there, can you remind me, did I show the up 4-3+4 grab as to beat get-ups? Is that something I showed on stream, or is that something you just told me? Because I don't know if that's something I showed. So let me know if that's something I showed. But because there's a bit of tech, I guess you can do in the corner. And I think Citoxe told me what it was. I don't know if I showed it on stream, though. So I just said it in this stream, too. Okay, so what he's talking about is this. Now, if your opponent does mid get up kick. So I think I talked about this when I was talking about whiff punishes. So if you knock your opponent down, obviously you want to whiff punish with back 3+4. But you can also, if you're truly big brain, you can also, let me put him back at the wall. Don't do that. You can also, if you time it perfectly, do this. If you time it perfectly, do this. That. so even if they do mid get up kick, if you time it perfectly, you can do up 4-3+4 and grab them. Is that what you want? Well, no, you kind of want to, back up and whiff punish them and get a full combo, but it's gonna be pretty big brain if you do get it. And also, I mean, it's a bit of a risk, right? And also, if it's off axis, it doesn't work. But if you get it, that's pretty big brain. Oh, also, I should mention I should mention that you can actually get a stomp on them if you grab them. It's a little bit... Timing's a little bit funny, though, I will say. Oh, Citoxe said, for stream purposes, I'm going to link you to a vid you already seen to show. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to do stomp. Why is he just crouching? Y'all see that, right? I am doing down 3+4, but he's crouching for some weird reason. So... Okay. He's just going right over his head. I think it's Akuma. I think that's what it is. Akuma ruins everything, huh? Man. I'm pressing down 3+1, he's just crouching. Well, to be fair, he is in crouching stance, so it's not all that surprising. Alright, let's take a look at this link Citoxe sent us. Hold up. Let's see now. Okay, down 3+4. Whoa. Oh man, Citoxe with these big brain setups. This is from season 2. This is from season 2. Nice. Man, what Citoxe with these big brain wall-to-wall setups. Looney Tunes. I like it. I dig it. I'm a fan. I am a fan. That's pretty cool. So that's a situation where you can use the throw and go into something else. Would it just be safer to block punish? I mean, yeah. I mean, as Citoxe said, it is Looney Tunes. Of course it's just safer to block punish. I mean, just like, you know, just like the throw off of the knockdown. Like, that's not like, come on. The only reason you're doing that is 100% just to mess with them. There's no reason to do that at all. You just want that back 3+4. I mean, that is 100% the optimal thing to do. You really don't want to be doing the throws or anything wacky like that. That said, even though in that little clip he showed that launched him from wall to wall, actually, the purpose of a down 4-3-3 is actually to counter hit them at the wall. So let me set him. He's setting he's on guard all, right? So you actually want to counter hit them and get a follow-up. Right? Den 1. Down back 2-1. Shoulder. Ouch, look at that. That's nearly 80 damage. So a counter hit... Let me research you at the wall. So a counter hit down 4-3-3 at the wall is pretty gnarly, actually. Right, and it looks pretty cool too. It's very tricky to say what situations you want to be doing this in, because for the most part it's very rich scheme situational. It's kind of, if you suspect your opponent likes to press certain buttons on the wall, you can just sort of let it rip and hit them. Keep in mind, if they press a button on the second attack, it will wall spot them also, so that's actually a good situation to use it. You either play a boring Lars or you play fun Lars. Well, I feel like a little bit of both. You can be a little bit safe and a little bit wacky. You know, there's a lot of things you can kind of do with it. So a little bit of both. I think that it depends also. I mean, you can be like a very high risk tournament Lars. If you look at like say an Aoyama or like certain other sort of Asian high level Lars, they don't really play like a safe counter hit setup Lars. They play an in your face. Did I do it again? I did. They do a very in-your-face mix-up heavy Lars. It's all about big risks, which is pretty cool, right? And also, that's the beauty of a game like Tekken. Everyone has like a different playstyle, so the idea isn't for everyone to do the same thing. It's to have enough options to do different things. As I mentioned at the start of the stream, everybody and their grandma does down 1+2. I don't, because I hate it. Like, I actually hate that move, because I never get to hit it. Every time I use it, people block it. Like, listen, if you watch me in casuals and I just do down 1+2 and people block it, I'm just like, oh, like I'm just upset. Like, I've never done that in my life and you blocked it. Like, I'm so mad. So I don't use it. I feel like everyone just knows, but you can use it. I mean, look, that's like the online Lars special, among other things. The online Lars special is definitely just raw down 1+2. The worst part is they don't do anything with it. They just do down 1+2 and then they do like down back 4 ground or something stupid like that. So, you know. Citoxe is giving away my secrets. he's giving away my secrets. I don't block down 1+2. Listen. You're not wrong, but at the same time, I mean, how many times do I get Lars mirrors? I mean, look. And typically, here's the thing. Just because I don't block down 1+2 doesn't mean I don't deal with it. Because do you know how I deal with it? That's how I deal with it. Do you know how I deal with it? That's how I deal with down 1+2. I don't block it. I just... Why am I messing up? That's how I deal with down 1+2. Okay, I don't block it. That's what I do to it. Okay, if my opponent does it, I just do that. Right? Or of course just that. If I know my opponent loves doing down 1+2 with Lars and it's a Lars mirror, I'm like, listen, stop it. I'm just like, cut that out. That's what I do to him. Okay? So... I can't block it to save my life, but you know what? I can just I can let him have it. That's the idea. So, all right. At this point, I'd like to say that I've covered everything. I mean, if you want to see the previous lows from the Going Low, go to my previous video, my previous stream VOD, which is Going Low 1, the first one, where I cover his main ones, including down back 4, forward forward 4-3, down 4, and full crouch down forward 1+2. So in that video, I cover the main ones, and this one I wanted to cover all the ones I forgot. What's his name? Citoxe says, I canceled down 1-2, down 1+2 with quarter circle back into a whiff. I'm sorry, what? You cancel? What are you talking about? I'm very confused. You canceled down 1+2 with quarter circle back into a whiff? Are you trolling? I don't know what he's talking about. Citoxe, are you crazy right now, dude? What are you on about? You are... I'm trolling. I was about to say, like... I mean, if you could cancel down 1+2, that would be next level. I think that's probably a bit too much for a game like this, but I mean, imagine the mix of potential if you could do down 2 and then down 1+2, but cancel it. Imagine if you could hold it, like you do down 2, but you hold it, and then you can do down 1+2 instead. That'd be pretty cool, right? That'd be a pretty cool little thing. But anyway, so at this point in the stream, is there anything you want to see y'all in the stream? Let's see how many people in the stream chat right now. Actually, let's take a look. Oh, there's a handful of y'all. There's a handful of y'all there. Look, if y'all want me to, I mean, at this point in the stream, ask me anything. Do you want to see something? Do you want to practice something on stream real quick? You know, it's open floor for you guys, so we can just go over something real fast before I end the stream. These weekly streams are a bit shorter than my sort of crazy 3.5 hour one. Well, not even 3.5, nearly 4 hour one I did way back when. These ones are just to go over something. I think the next stream. What do I want to cover? That's the question. I've covered lows, I've covered launchers, I've covered wall splats. Oh boy, okay, so Citoxe has started, he's starting to scheme. He says, enable rage and counter hit. This should be good. This better be good. Okay, so counter hit on, rage on. Alright, cool. Counter hit and rage are on. What are we going for? Is this going to be some down 4-2, you know, shenanigans? Okay, like, let's see it. What are we gonna do? Rage and counter it, man. Actually, speaking of rage and counter it, check this out. Can I? Oh no, that's too close. Actually, but do you see what I mean? Like that's pretty painful. Hey, you know I like the style. But yeah, that's actually a combo. That's not even the max damage. I'm actually trying to get the max damage. I'm actually hitting the wall too quickly. The funny thing is, the shorter your combo, the worse it is. The longer the combo, the better it is. That's the weird thing about this game. Let's see if I can get the full thing. Nope. Hit the wall weird. Okay, Citoxe, come on. I'm still waiting with bated breath to say, oh, there's the combo. Hold on. Let me quickly finish this anime combo real quick, and I will be right with you. Let's see. What? That whiffed. Oh boy. I know somebody said they don't like seeing me practice stuff for the VOD or whatever, but hey, listen, this is the stream chat. This is why you need to be here. To talk, oh my god, I just messed up. To talk sort of mess, and look, if you want me to try combo, you could be here too, and I'm messing up my KBD like crazy. The max damage isn't phenomenally more, but 105. Yeah, there we go, 105, okay. So, Citoxe in the chat says, counter hit down back 4. Crouch cancel down back 1-3. I can't even with what you're suggesting right now. Okay, counter hit down back 4. Crouch cancel down back 1-3. Down back 2. So into silent entry 1+2, which is rage drive. Then 1 micro dash down 4-2-1. While running forward 3, dude. I don't know what type of time you. Let me fix my face. English is my best subject. I don't know what type of time you think I have, but boy, that combo. Citoxe, if you think I'm gonna sit here for God knows how long trying to do that combo, you must be kidding me. You'd have to pay me to attempt that combo. Like, listen, isn't that what Eris does? Gets donations to do freaking stoner combos or whatever. Listen, you have to pay me to do that combo. I am about to sit here for $1 million. Oh, cool, he's got a video. All right, save us. Because I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm about to sit here and do that combo for, I don't know, for like an hour, not trying to hit it. That's not the optimal starter. But from forward 1+2 instead. Look, whatever. I just want to see if this combo exists. I mean, listen, Citoxe, for the stream chat and for the YouTube viewers, y'all should know Citoxe, he's like the king of the most, like, absurd Looney Tunes Lars combos, which I appreciate. I mean, I feel like my combos have gotten a bit boring. Like, the better I've gotten at the game, the more I play tournaments, the more my combos become kind of tournament combos, just kind of very boring and safe and, like, straightforward. I don't really take many risks. So it's nice to see, like, someone actually just do, like, really silly, absurd, like, stonerish combos. I do very much appreciate that, actually. So, I hope you learned something today. I hope you learned something about Lars's lows and how to implement them and how they're all a bit different. I think the next thing to cover, I mean, people talked about Rage Drive. Rage Drive, I might not do a video next week. I might skip next week, but Rage Drive is an interesting one. I made a video a long time ago about. Oh, it's on Discord? What? Boy, you want me to open up Discord? Man. Alright, fine. Let me open up Discord. So Citoxe said the Cambo is on Discordo. Oh, because he uploaded the video directly. Alright, hold up. Let me turn on display capture and kill esports. And let's watch this combo. Okay, let's see it. Oop. Hey, nice quality. 2007 quality. Wait, can y'all see that? Can y'all see that full screen? I don't know if you can see it full screen. I'll play it in full screen. Tell me if you saw it, because I don't know if full screen's working for OBS. Yeah, he did fail the first time. It's pretty funny. Your stoner freaking combo. Jesus. Alright. I mean, that was cool, right? Did you see that combo just now? I don't know if OBS picked it up. It's because unfortunately it's like a Discord video, so there's like no external link. So I hope y'all saw that, or if it was choppy or anything. I can play it again. In fact, let's just play it again. It picked it up. Alright, let's just play it again real quick. Here. Oh, what the... It's kind of small, but you can kind of see it, I guess. Watch my man mess up his own combo the first time. Jesus. Well, I very much appreciate it. Like, it's the kind of thing that, I'll be honest with you, I kind of wish I saw more. Maybe not so much in tournaments, but I feel like there's so much room for, like, creativity and just messing around with, like, the combo system. And I think we're so deep in the competitive circuit of Tekken that we don't really have the time or effort to do these more fun Looney Tunes or stuff. These days really, I mean, that's the fun of casuals. Casuals is for that kind of thing. So I don't know if it's necessarily, tournaments aren't really the place to be doing really absurd, silly things like that. Well, anyway, I think that'll do it. Unless anybody has anything else to add, I think I will call it very soon. I've covered all of his lows, and I think that's all. So either for the next stream I shall cover Rage Drive, or I will cover something else. In case you're wondering, and this is for those who are interested, it's been a long while, a considerable long while since I've done a Punish video. It's been nearly a month at this point. And the reason for that is because of the frame data. Once the frame data comes out, which I hope is pretty soon, that's when I'll start doing it again, because I want it to be way more comprehensive than I was able to make it, because I kind of had to just do it, have a lot of guesswork and say, is that punishable? Sometimes I got it wrong. Sometimes I don't realize. I look at the character's frame data online and see, okay, that's how you punish that, but sometimes I get it wrong. So having the frame data in the game is going to be good for me, for making the video, and it's going to be good for you, so you can see it as it's happening, so it makes sense. Oh, that's -14, that's a 14 frame punish. Okay, you know what I mean? And also, the punishment training, right? it's going to be like a two-part thing. I'm going to do the punishment training for characters and record it so you can see it in action, right? And if there's anything the punishment training doesn't show, I can do it outside of that and be like, hey, okay, this is minus 20 whatever, and do it, right? Do you see what I mean? Like, so that's what I want to do. So I'm holding off on the punish videos. Plus, according to the YouTube, they like these live streams. They find these live streams very informative. So according to the YouTube, they actually don't mind watching this stuff. So actually, let's see what stoner combo there's to Citoxe have now. Down back 4, send 2 counter hit while standing for 1, back 1 plus 2. Okay, I feel like I've done this combo before. That's not like that hard, so I mean, alright, I mean I guess that's a situation where you can use back 1 plus 2 screw. I mean, back 1 plus 2 screw is one of those ones that's hard to use, but that's cool. I like any situation where I can use back 1 plus 2 personally, so that's a cool little thing you can do. How optimal is it for the actual combo itself? I mean, let me do like a typical ender. Counter hit, please, thank you. Well, it's terrible, but you know, it exists. It's cool. That's a doable thing. I'm sure there's a better ender you can do, but that's like the only ender I know. So, yeah, it's a cool thing you can do. I'm sure. Hold up. I'm sure you can have more fun with it than that. Let's see if I can scheme with it a little bit. Not quite what I was thinking about. Whatever, you get the idea. Ew, Lord. Who is this? Luigi? Who's Yo, Luigi? What's up? What's going on? What's up, Buff Lars? Yo, do I know you? Like, what's your? Like, do I know you from offline? Do I know you from Steam or PS4? Or are you from somewhere else? Where are you coming from? Let me know. You're actually catching close to the end of the stream, actually. I do these streams, I'd say, every week, every other week, and I cover, like, different stuff to do with Lars, and this week we're going over lows, well, more lows, that is. So, Luigi. So it's not Luigi like, you know, Luigi. It's actually spelled Louweegee. You rage quitted me from PS4. What? Are you serious? You rage quitted me? Wait, first of all, are you sure you should be admitting that? Is that the kind of thing you want to be admitting on stream chat? And also, really? Did I put this on my YouTube or something? I don't remember. I mean, your name is funny enough to be memorable, but I don't. Okay, who are you playing? Who are you playing at the time? Did I? Was this ranked or was this casual? I can't remember. You rage quit on me, man. Only a handful of people rage quit. I mean, people have quit after losses or after wins, but that's just typical. I think a handful of people have rage quit on me online. Well, between PC and PS4, probably a lot, but a handful of people have. But yeah, who are you, Luigi? Who are you playing? Who are you playing when you're playing? End that combo with while running forward 1. Oh my god. Alright, let's try this stupid stoner combo. Hold on. While setting forward 4. Oh man. My guy wants me to do while running forward 4. This is some stoner. We're real stoner hours. Man. While running? How do you... He wants me to do... So that basically I literally have to do while running. Okay, it does work, but then one of the hits misses. Alright. 54 damage. I mean, that's cool, I guess. Stoner freaking combos. Anyway, well, Luigi doesn't seem to be answering, but hey, you're free to hang out in the chat. I very much appreciate it. Did you not see the wall carry? Citoxe. Wall carry? Really? That's your benefit of that little stupid combo? That's your benefit? Full stoner carry, yep. that's the benefit, stoner carry. Stoner carry combos. I mean, I saw some pretty cool wall carry stuff. What's the combo I saw? This is like season 2, way back when. What's the freaking stupid wall carry I saw? It was something like weird like this. It was like forward back to 1, dash up down forward 1. No, it was something really weird. Was it? Like, yeah, like dash up down forward 1. Was it down forward 1? Because I'm fairly certain you can't get down forward 1. At least not like that. But no, I think it was... Oh no, it was down back 2-1. Or, man, I can't even remember. But it was something pretty amazing. I think... Dude, what was it? It was pretty something, I tell you what. If I can remember how they did it, it was something very fascinating. Like, forward back 2-1, down... Man, what, the thing is, I'm not used to doing a combo like this, so I can't actually get it. But... Or was it... Oh, hold up. I think it was something along the lines of like an Arc Blast combo. Yeah, so it was 2-1-3 Ender. So it was like Arc Blast, dash up, down forward 1, 2-1-3. But the point is they use 2-1-3 as the wall carry. As we know, 2-1-3 is typically a counter hit setup, right? But they used it in the wall carry, which I thought was actually really innovative, actually. I thought it was really cool. I think a situation where you can use this off of while standing 1, dash up 1, 2, 1, 3. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that. So you can use 2-1-3, which is a bit of a it's a bit of a weird wall carry, if I'm completely honest with you, but it works, right? So, you know, if I can do while standing 1 to save my life, while standing 1, dash up, down forward 1, 2, 1, 3. That's kind of cool. That's an option. Okay, let's see. Counter down back 4 while standing 1, 1, forward 1, 2, down forward 2, 1. That does work. I believe that does work, actually. So, as it turns out, this stream just turned into combo hour. That's cool, I guess. While standing 4, 1, forward 1, 2. It does, whoa, but it knocks him really far back, though. Let me guess what the follow-up is. I think I can guess. I'm going to use my big brain to guess what the follow-up is. Yep. First try. First try. First try. First try. You can while running den what? Hell no. I mean, I did it. Yeah. So first try. That's the follow up. Hey, listen. I've been getting good. All right. I'm getting good. So I mean, that's cool. I really would like to use that combo more often. Oh, actually, thanks for reminding me. By the way, for YouTube viewers, at this point you can probably turn off. We're not doing lows anymore. This is real stream chat hours. This is something I saw. Whoa, hold up. This is something I figured out. So I should start off by doing the season 1, or at least the equivalent of like the season 1 rage drive combo. So the season 1 rage drive combo is something like this. So the season 1 rage drive, because he had to do that. If you recall, his rage art, he used to twirl backwards and then come forwards. And that's what you had to do. You had to dash up that. In Season 2, they made it so he stands in place during his rage art. So then the maximum damage became something like, don't do the combo at all. He does this, so the combo became something like this. This was like the Season 2 rage art combo, right? 82, pretty good, right? We like that. The one I like to use right now is with my staple combo I use for tournaments, which is the double den 2, so if I do it, oh boy, man, real combo hours, chat. That should work. Yep, it has a decent amount of knockback, but 84, so that's the combo I like using now, but I feel like I tested it, and there is actually, off of the longer extended combo, you can dash up super, but it's a little bit difficult. Let me see if I can get it. So, a forward 4 starter, then 2. So this should work. Oh, that's hard. So that's right there. That should net you the most damage. It's just very difficult to catch, because you have to kind of like, not dash up necessarily, but not run up really. You have to kind of really... That's too far. But you get the idea. If I can make it work, you'll see what I mean. The damage is pretty devastating as far as a super combo goes. Too slow? Got it! 88. Yeah, so damn near 90 damage. And that's not a rage drive combo. That's no walls, that's just rage on its own. That's almost 90 damage. It's a little bit hard though, as I'm sure you just saw, in terms of timing and spacing. But if you want to squeeze out that extra little damage, you can do that. Now, assuming for the moment that you get a counter hit instead. Let's do his strongest starters. That would be counter hit Den 2. Let's see if I can get this. This is a bit difficult, but let's do it. This is real combo hours, boys. That's not super, you idiot. Man, alright, Citoxe, your combo's gonna have to wait. It's real combo hours. Let me just turn on counter so I don't waste everyone's time. It's real combo hours now. Let's see if I can get this. I think so? Yes, there we go. Got it. 91. Nice. Nice. So that's 91, no walls, no rage drive, just super. But that's kind of hard, though. That is a little bit difficult. Oh, Citoxe said screw that combo? What combo? Mine or yours? Forward back 2-1. Forward 2-1 back. 1-4. Forward 4-3. Stoner combos on deck. Alright, let's give it a whirl. So forward back 2-1, forward 2-1 back, 1-4. 4-2-1? What the? Oh, so is only the one meant to hit? Weird. And then forward 4-3, okay. And then forward 4-3. So forward back 2-1, forward 2-1, 1-4. Whoa, the 4 is a little bit hard to hit though, I must say. That was 2, I cheated. Why not 2? 2 seems easier. Maybe 2 doesn't have enough recovery. Maybe that's the issue. So what was it again? Forward back 2-1, forward 2-1 back. How late am I supposed to lay that for? Am I supposed to do it immediately? Maybe. Nice. To be fair, I actually like any combo that ends in forward 4-3. I actually kind of like it, so that's not. I'll give it up. That's a cool combo. That's a cool little combo to do. Tell you what, Citoxe, I have one more combo in me before I'm ending the stream. Let's give me one that is doable but not absurd. All right, I have one more combo in me for the end of the stream, and we'll call it quits. Okay. Off forward 4, Den 2. Hold on, what? Citoxe, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Pick another one. I'm not doing that. Jesus, he's trying to get me to do some nonsense. I'm not doing that. Next. Listen, we don't do dash combos here, alright? We don't do dash combos here. What is that? Tricking heck, dude. That is 1-1-1-4 down 4-3-3. You're a dude. We don't do dash combos here, man. Because I think dash combos are so, because Lars doesn't need to do them like ever, so it's like I don't practice them. That is so silly. I don't even have the timing for it just because I never do it. Let's see. And then, what, and then after the third 1-4? Is that it? Into down forward 3-3. So after the third 1-4. Oh boy, okay. Alright. I'm not doing this well at all. I think the stream setup probably isn't helping my timing either. Crap, yeah, the stream setup is not helping my timing. At all. It's just because this isn't a direct well, it's a direct capture insofar as it's directly from the PS4, but it's actually, there is a tiny bit of delay from the Elgato, so I don't leave it in. It's purely because of that. Man. Imagine doing dash combos as Lars. Imagine doing dash combos as Lars, seriously. I think I'm dashing too deep. I think that's what it is as well. I'm actually dashing too deep. It's like a 4-1. Curse you, Citoxe. Look what you make me do. For entertainment. I got down for 1 that time. Man. This combo sucks. This combo sucks. I hate it. I'm getting forward 1, man. Dude, I hate this combo. I actually dislike this combo a lot. Oh boy, I'll give it a few more tries and I might just call it. Like I say, you can't pay me enough to do a crappy combo like this. And what's the ender? What's the ender after all that? It is 4 dash down 4 3. Oh, hold on. We gave her another one. Forward 1 plus 2. So arc blast, down back 2, down back 2, down back 2 forward. Oh, rage drive. All right. All those down back 2s. So don't worry, I'll give this one a few more tries. I miss messing up that last one. I think it's because I'm getting the second hit and I'm just giving up. I'm getting the second one. I'm just kind of like not getting the third's timing. Because just one has a weird hitbox. I feel like I almost have it. I guess this might be useful for like the one time I ever need to do a dash combo for no reason, like, as if that would ever happen. But Jesus, I might do that other one in a second. Give me a minute. This must be so boring for people. I probably will cut this off of the YouTube stream, so don't worry, this won't be part of it. Fairly certain the YouTube viewers don't need to see like 10 plus minutes of me doing dumb combos. Ugh. Like, I hate micro dash combos, I really do, especially for ones, for jabs. Like, why couldn't it just be 2? Why 3? What's this other one? So this is a rage drive one, I assume, because there's a rage drive built in there. Hold on. So arc blast, down back 2, down back 2, down back 2 into rage drive. Did I mess that up? Man. I think it's something about the way the 1 plus 2 hits. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I have to do it sooner. I have to do it a little bit sooner. 1, 2, 3. Wow, okay, Citoxe actually gave me a challenge. I thought this would be easy. I thought this would be a quick one and done. Nope, that was too soon. That was way too soon. Trying to cheat. 1, 2. Don't do the third one, sure. I'm sure Citoxe is getting a kick out of this in the chat. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Why is that ender so difficult? I don't understand. It's very strange because I'm actually dashing as early as possible. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. 66. Uh-huh. 66 damage for Rage Drive. What a great use of Rage Drive, huh? Perfect use of resources. I'm trying to think. Does this still work in Season 3? Something I was doing sort of in like the interstitial, like sort of middle ground time of Season 2 is I was doing triple down 4-2 combos after Arc Blast. I did 1, 2, as in double down 4-2. So I did 1, 2, down 4-2, 1. Oh, does it not work on Akuma? Oh, it does. Oh, how much damage is that actually? How much damage is that? It's not very consistent, not really. 65. Okay, so yeah, so around sort of the weird middle ground area of that was like what I was doing. I was doing like double down 4-2 combos after Arc Blast. And obviously you do dash down forward 1, back 3, etc. So that was so around Season 2 I was doing like double down 4-2 combos after Arc Blast. Now you ain't got it because all of the combos are easy because back 3 hits after everything. Somebody in the Lars Discord said, how come I'm seeing Dan 2 at the end of combos now? Yeah, because now you can do back 3 after it. That's why every combo is super cheap and super easy now. I mean, look. Like, every max damage combo is now easy. Because I never used to do this. But now, with Den 1, I can just get the guaranteed ender damage. Look at that. The max damage is now just unlocked for, like, every single thing. And that's why you can do really absurd combos like the following. I mean, come on. I mean, I mean, come on. Like, do I even need to explain that? Like, come on with that. That's crazy. I've seen it. I just like it. All right, fine. One more clip. That is on one more combo. I'm not doing another one. Oh no. Most underwhelming combo. Oh, I like this one. This one's tight. Hey, I like it. That's cool, man. That's cool. I very much appreciate that combo. I like it. That's cool. YouTube exposed. Ah, that's funny. Alright, anyway, I think we'll call it there. That is it for the stream. Forward, 4-3 wall break. Hey, forward, wall 3 wall break is pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for the stream. Thanks so much for watching. I'm definitely going to cut off this part on the YouTube VOD. There's no way I'm going to keep this in. It's so silly. It was supposed to be about lows anyway. So anyway, if you enjoyed the stream, thanks for watching. The next stream, don't know what's happening. Might be next week, might be the week after. It's going to be about Rage Drive, probably. And yeah, thanks for watching. And this has been another Lars Lab. Take it easy, y'all. That's all, folks.